Hello and welcome. This video is called The Visitors. This is another piece that I've put together for my book. This is the eye of the hand. The eye sees everything. What we're going to do is we're going to zoom in. I'm going to cut straight to the chase. We're going to zoom right in. Right? I want to give you guys a understanding. Ezekiel 1, chapter 1, verse 5. As I looked, first I'll read the whole thing and then I'll read what I'm talking about with the red lines. As I looked, behold, a storm wind was coming from the north, a great cloud with fire flashing forth continually, and a bright light around it, and in its midst something like glowing metal in the midst of the fire. Within it there were figures resembling four living beings, and this was their appearance. They had human form. Then each of them had four faces and four wings. The four wings will get deciphered in the next video. Right now, because I don't want to put too much in one shot, I have to break it down carefully. Just notice that it says over here and over here and over here and over here and over here, so there's no confusion. This is the proof. Everybody knew it, but you guys were just waiting for it to be put together, just so people got a mental image of what it looked like. Okay? So, from the center of the cloud, that's number one. That's number one. Number two, came forth living beings. Came forth living beings that looked human. And from the midst of it came the likeness of four living creatures. And this was their appearance. They had a human likeness. Now, I just want to break this down. A storm wind. Okay? Let's break this down. Coming from the north, a great cloud with fire flashing forth continually, and a bright light around it. Let's go over here. Bam. Let's see more here. Right? And a bright light around it. And in its midst, something like glowing metal in the midst of the fire. Well, this would be what would be in the midst of the fire right here. And this would be the human-like being. Except for these ones don't have wings. They're fallen. Whatever the wings mean doesn't literally mean wings on their back. Something that resembles wings maybe, like a craft. And then right here, they came out of the clouds. They came out of the clouds. So we understand, right? Like glowing metal in the midst of the fire. Within it, there were figures resembling four living beings, and this was their appearance. They had human form. Once again. Okay. So, we got the bigger picture here, right? I just want everybody to get a good look at it. That's all. This is called The Visitors. This is another piece to my Bible, my book, the new Bible. See, when everything hits the fan and shit breaks out, and war and all that other shit and disease, and people start robbing people because there's no food, because there's no crops, because the winter lasted too long, and all this other stuff, and the animals start attacking people, I'm going to be ready. I'm going to make sure I have a history book with the Bible verses in it and what describes the verses so people can get a good picture of it, so that way they have great understanding when they're taught. Not only that, but it's going to have the beginning so people understand the middle, because you can't have the ending without understanding the beginning. You won't understand what it's talking about. So when you break down the beginning, show everybody, when they get to the now part, which is the middle, this is now. These are the things that just recently happened, and you're showing it. You got images to prove these things with the Damascus, the destruction of Damascus, and the Bible verse with the pictures. And I also have printed up the pieces that tell the dates that Syria, that Damascus got bombed in Syria by Trump, and when they did the chemical attack. I've got all this stuff printed up and in there as history. So that way, when I've got all them Bible verses out of the way, I only got to work on what little bit of puzzles left, because all the puzzle pieces are put together already. So you see what I'm doing? It's elimination of process. So once I see what's left, I can put together my best work for the end, and I can show what it will look like as it's happening and what the events are and what they mean by describing them to you with images so you can better understand. This is the only reason why I do this, guys, to give you better understanding with the images. You see? That's the only reason why I do it, to give you better understanding. I want everybody to know that this isn't a game. The Bible was speaking of things. It was telling you, he who endures tribulation to the end will inherit the earth. All right, well, he tells you how to survive. He tells you where these things are going to happen. All right? It wasn't a coinky-dink that they had a huge sandstorm in Iran. Believe me, if they keep up what they're doing, they're going to see a lot more of that and a little less rain and a lot of bad yields, no yields at all. That was a warning in my last video from God to them. Like I said, I clarified it. God raised up a countryman, a prophet amongst his countrymen, and he told him, he commanded him to speak the words. So, you can't kill me. Don't shoot the messenger. You can't prove me wrong here. You can't prove me wrong, right? If it wasn't right, why did they allow it in the Bible and not allow Ezekiel or the other one there, the forbidden book of Enoch and the other ones? Well, it's a mystery, but you don't need those other books that they took out. You just need to know the words that are in this book, the Bible that we have now. Understand what it means when the words have a special meaning, each word to a certain circumstance. And I proved it's an as above, so below, on earth as it is in heaven. Whatever happens to the sun happens to us. Now our sun is inside with the earth. It's in the sky, because the sky is referred to the heavens, and the heavens is referred to the sky in the beginning. If you watch my other video about Genesis, I've pretty much put together a good portion of the first chapter of Genesis in great detail. So if you haven't seen those videos, scour through my last few videos, ladies and gentlemen, and give it a check out. But this has already happened. They're already here. The fallen ones are already here. These are the ones they talk about, demons and the devil and all that other shit. It crashed down a long time ago, and they've been giving us technology for a long time to build them their electronic smart AI army. The robots, the smart drones, everything's smart so they can take it over. And then they're going to take us over. I hope you know that. And there's going to be a lot of disaster going on around. This summer is going to be a doozy. I hope you're ready for these earthquakes in diverse places. I mean, look at the Great Lakes. Look at all the shit it just went through with the water going back and forth, and then a mini tidal wave, and then an earthquake up there, 3.9. I mean, come on, let's get real, you know. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, God bless you all in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. I hope you got better understanding out of this.